Well, stay tuned today and see how fun and easy it is to put together this paper minis kit. All right, so first up, I want to say this isn't the project I had planned for this week. I actually have a project in the works that's just not getting done fast enough, so hopefully I can get that up for next week. So I needed to find something. I went through my paper minis kits that Anne was so kind to send me a while back, and I grabbed the 2 packets of groceries that are in the kit for 1/12 scale. These are so cute. I've done a video on this same set in 1/3 scale on my 18-inch doll channel. They work up so cute, so I'm really excited to see how they look in the smaller scale. So let's start with this one. We have, let me get myself prepared here. We have a grocery bag. We have, it's like a bakery box, butter, angel hair spaghetti, box of macaroni, raisins, flour, a chocolate cake mix, chocolate pudding mix, food color, vanilla ice cream, and a bag of sugar. So first I'm going to cut off the bag of sugar. I'm going to cut them apart before I start doing much. There. Now, I've got to bring my scoring tool with me. So I'm going to score with the back of the blade. And when I say I'm scoring with the back of the blade, here's my knife that I'm going to cut with. This is the edge we cut with. See right here. I'm going to score with this side. You still need to be very careful, and I'm lining up really badly because I can't see it. There's a shadow from the light hitting in a very unfortunate spot for me. I'm going to try not to get my head in the way of the camera. I really want to get this. There, that's all. And I'm going very lightly on this. Whoops, I moved. Okay. Now I'm going to try folding that line. Before I go any further, I want to make sure I've got that scored. That one's not where I want it. There. I scored it just a little bit off the line the first time. There's a very faint line. Now I am going to score very lightly because I don't want this to be a sharp corner. I just want to encourage it to fold. But this time I'm actually cutting out with my scissors because this is such a straight, if I can get lined up. And I'm just in the mood to use my scissors on this one. Sometimes I am. Now you'll notice there are little red lines there. We'll need to cut on those when we get this done. I like to cut out first. Let's see if I can cut that down just a little further so I'm actually on the line. Alright, now I'm actually going to use my knife freehand on these little red lines. Make sure that they cut. Yes, they did. Now, kind of bend. I don't want a sharp corner on the corners here because a bag of sugar is not, it's not going to be sharp lines on it. We're going to line this up like this. And normally I would use my Tombow Mono liquid glue, the multi-liquid glue. But this is empty and I forgot to get any. Also, it leaves a sticky residue if it oozes out. So I'm using the Tombow Mono Aqua liquid glue. This, it's not as sticky, so I'll have to hold these a little bit. Get it started off to the side here, because it was standing, so now I have to get the glue to the end. There we go. Okay, we're going to put glue here where it says overlap here. But I love these two glues because they have such a narrow opening for the glue to come out. And we are going to line that up. They both hold relatively quickly. This one not quite as quick as the other. Oops, I forgot to cut the red lines on the bottom. Well, that's easy enough to fix. Hold that with my finger. So did any of you sit there and tell me I forgot to do that before I got this far? Okay. Let's get this off just a little bit. So I want to line that bottom up. Come on. That's better. That's lined up better. All right. Now, come on, hold together. Now, if you wanted to, you could put something inside of this. I don't have anything convenient today to put inside of here, but you could put a piece of wood or something. That's going to have to be trimmed back. That's a little too wide. If it doesn't feel like it's going to go, trim off one of the ones that's inside. That's better. I'm going to trim that back to the yellow so I don't have any white showing. Should have brought my tweezers. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to do the same thing on this piece. Trim that piece back just a bit so that everything fits. Hold it all together. And there we go. We have a bag of sugar. It's the first thing for our grocery bag. So let's not have that stick to the paper. Let's get out, the flour sack will go together just the same, so I'm not going to do that on camera. I will do the ice cream box, I think, on camera. And the rest of these are going to go together. Of these boxes and bags will go together the same. All right. Let's see if I can score this one. I've gotten spoiled. I've been working on more of the larger 1/3 scale items. And they are a lot easier to do as far as scoring and folding and such. I'm still under camera. Hopefully my head is not popped up in the middle of the camera here at all. I don't know. this sewing, I think I'm going to use a smaller pair of scissors. Now here you have to be very careful because like there's tabs here and here and here that you don't want to cut off. So very carefully look for your tabs before you pick up your scissors. Really important. Have this cut so it's even with the black. I'm going to pre-fold this before we start gluing. Drop the glue on there and hold it. Let's see. I'll let that sit for a second, open. If it doesn't hold it first, get glue on both surfaces and then open it back up. Press it together, open it back up, and then your glue will become a little more tacky. So I'm going to hold this for a while, and when this part of the glue is dry, I'll come back and we'll glue the top down. All right, this is now, the glue has now set up, and I've kind of folded, I fiddled with the box, make sure it was going to fit. Now, if you wanted to, you could use some Fimo or any polymer clay and make some ice cream to go inside of this. That would be kind of cool too, but I'm not going to today. I'll put the glue inside. I'm going to glue mine shut so it stays that way. And there, we have an ice cream box. So I am going to make everything on this page except the grocery sack. When I get all these done, I'll come back and we'll make the grocery bag together. All right, so I have been cutting and gluing for the last bit of time. Now, I know that I cut out the pudding box, but I have no idea where it went. I also want to point out on this one, I didn't completely glue it together because I will probably put a cake in here at some point, and then I can glue it shut. Also, I used a brown marking pen to go around the cutout area so it looks a little neater. Now we're going to put together our grocery sack. So I've cut this out and I've scored it. And then after I scored this, folded this line and this line, I fold it back that way. so that those sides will be creased like on a real grocery sack. Now, let's see if I can get this to stick. Glue in there. And what I like to do, I like to touch the glue together, and I do this with tacky glue too sometimes, then pull it apart. It seems like, and it may be my imagination, but it really does seem like it glues better when I do that. It like sticks better. I'm gonna fold, oops, pulling that apart, trying to get this folded down. Fold down, and then that just needs to dry. All right, so the glue is dry on our grocery sack now, and we can even fold it up. You could fold it around again and, you know, stick it someplace in your dollhouse kitchen, or you can put the groceries in it and it can look like your doll family just got home from the grocery store. Now I've decided I just don't have time to get the other kit done today, so that will have to be a project another day. I will be sure and check the blog post for this video though, because there will be a link to Anne's site, and I'll try to link this specific kit on the blog post too if I can find it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you make some of Anne's kits, be sure and send me a picture. I'd love to see it, and she'd love a picture of it too. So if you make her kits up, be sure and send her a photo too. She loves to get those. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.